What's up, guys? It's Buggie here. Welcome in a Buggie stream. Yes, for those of you who are normally on my channel, I don't normally stream at this time of day, but I got some family stuff going on later on tonight, so here I am. Also, I wanted to test out the new layout or overlay of this for my ACC streams, my race streams. So I wanted to make sure everything's working out the way it's supposed to. Game is supposed to be making a lot of sounds and so on and so forth. So audio, video, and everything else. So if you guys had been to my channel, my ACC or races doesn't normally look like this. So if you have any inputs, let me know what you think. New layout. This was made by DRL. I am part of that league, and I just wanted to see how it looks. But today, we are doing LFM races. It is week 3, season 17, and we're going to be in Spa for a 25-minute race. And that should commence in the next few minutes. So hang tight, get comfortable, and we'll get started with the race soon. For the meantime, how's everybody doing? Most of all, how does my audio sound? Video and everything else. If you have any input on how am I coming out to you, let me know. That'd be great. Appreciate it. And Caster Labs. All right, cool. It's flashing on my screen. Oh, speaking of which, before we even do that, let's copy and paste. Since we're waiting, we're going to be driving the Ferrari F296 for this race. So, for those of you who not familiar with it, let me show you how it looks like. This is how it looks like. It looks awesome. It's a Ferrari, prancing horse, so on and so forth. So that's how we're gonna look like on stream. And yeah. And then we're gonna do this. We're just gonna sit here for a little bit. And then we have about 10 seconds until the server opens. So we'll be in there soon. And then after that, there's gonna be a couple minutes of free practice. Not really doing any practice, just to kind of get everybody in after the server opens, or give it some time for the server to kind of reset and get in there. Where is it? Where is it? Where are we? Where's my server? Join server AC connector needed. Well, we have that already, so let's see if there it is. And we are in split number. Good God, number 7. I only have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Where's split number 7? There it is. We now have 7. There you are. The LFM is the password. All right, we're in here like swimwear. How's the sound? Seems like our audio level seems to be coming out the way they're supposed to. Okay, good. Don't mind the bottom left window. That is specifically for DRL's Twitch channel. It's there for when the races are live, and you get to see both my point of view and kind of like the commentators' point of view of what they're streaming, and the live position of the race. So that is what that is for. And for you, chat is going to be right dead center of the bottom of the screen. So at least it should be showing up there. Yeah. Anyways, let's check that out while we still have some time. So let me see. That is a long web address. Okay, it seems like that's the right one. Okay, so let's
the end of the session with 7th position.
let's put a test test chat on it. Wow. Way to go, chat. Way to go. It's oh, it didn't show up. Okay. Has been minimized. Okay, let's reopen Caster Labs because it's not working. And then that's cute. Why is Caster Lab being a pain in the butt? Not really worried about qualifying right now. So just there we go. Copy that link. And then chat. Control A. Okay. They're down there, so let me. What's the animation of our widget? No, that's margin badges. Text align font. Okay. Events. All right, let's test it out. That's not working for some reason. Why? Slide in. Message style from the bottom up. That's exactly right. Slide in from the right. I mean, that's exactly what I wanted. So I don't. Maybe we just need to restart the thing. Okay, here we go. Let me do this. Docs, stream chat. Okay, copy that, and then we go to doc. Maybe. Castellan. Settings. I mean, Why does that say? Okay. Well, seems like chat is not cooperating right now. I don't know why. Or the caster lab, but all right. We'll fix that in the next time around. No problem. Maybe it's just one of those things that needs to be. Okay. How many drivers do we have? 19. Holy crap. All right. And everybody's out? Everybody's how many drivers are at? I don't even know my last lap times here. So, well, either way, oh, either way, we have you'll also see your chat right in the middle of my screen, which is the window capture screen, because I try not to miss any chat while I'm racing. So for the meantime, since let's put in a couple laps just so that we can also warm up. Okay. Fine. Let's do that. Okay. Good, 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 good. All right, let's go for a drive.
There's a car approaching. Watch your mirrors. Stay behind the white line. You've got 5 minutes to get a decent lap in. Blue flag. Eat into these brakes.
I'm number 11 apparently.
Yellow flag, sector 2. Yellow flag. There's 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes. Still clear. Back to green flag. Yellow flag.
On your right. Clear right.
Green flag. Still clear. Yellow flag. Green flag. You're clear.
It's a little too late, but all right.
Sector 2.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh. Nope. That didn't work.
Blue flag. Yellow flag. Stay sharp.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Yes, we do. Oh, before I do anything, Mr. Our crew chief is a little too low, so I'm gonna
That's a new
put him up.
fastest lap for Santing, 220.59.
That's better. A bit better.
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. There's a car behind, stay inside the line. Green flag, all clear. Blue flag.
Left side. Clear left.
Locking your front into Eau Rouge.
That's much better as far as audio from our crew chief.
Yellow flag. Incident clear, green flag. Yellow flag. Incident clear, green flag. That's the end of the session, the 18.
All right, there we go. Got a couple laps in. All right, get it done. 25 minutes. Do a setup real quick. I think we can do a quali setup for that. Yeah, let's do a quali setup. Since it's only 25 minutes. And we'll put in, I don't know, 50 liters. Should be more than enough. Okay, that's a setup right there. Done. Current setup is Onyx 6.3. And then after this, hopefully we can catch the 45-minute. How did you set up that type of table on the top left when in race? I didn't really see what's. So that's actually an aftermarket overlay. You can download that. Oh wow, I'm super loud. Holy crap, I'm so sorry. I didn't want to blow your ears off. Hello. So yeah, that is ACC Drive. You can download that. You can Google it, and it's although I paid for it, it's $25, I believe. But there are other overlays that are for free. The one that I really like about the ACC Drive is the fact that the map shows me a track
25
map
minutes.
with my
19.
pit entry and possible pit exit. So that's very helpful for me as far as strategizing my pit when I should go
The track
in
temp
and
is 26. The air temp is
when
24
I'm gonna have
Celsius.
a less crowded exit. So you can look it up. It's AZC Drive. It's I'll show you on screen. Give me one sec. You have a couple minutes. So it's this one right here. So I mean, it's not necessarily a mod. It's more of just an overlay because the way yeah, no problem, no problem. So like it's not necessarily a mod because you'll notice that on my steering, you'll notice that it will disappear behind the dash, a part of it. Because the way I am I made myself quiet. Too quiet? Okay, sorry. I didn't want to blow your ears off because I was test. Okay, there we go. Just a little bit above yellow. Okay. So um anyways, I didn't so the way I'm viewing my game is actually uh windowless, but it's not a full screen. Uh so that it can overlay on top of the game. So yes, it's a yes, yes, yes. So it's not necessarily a mod. But yeah, that's one of the things that I've added recently.
Lurking in Rice followed your channel.
Thank you, lurking. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. So thank you. Uh, but don't by any means I'm not fast, so don't expect that I'm gonna be dominating a race or anything like that. I'm just I'm fairly new to sim racing. Not new to driving or high performance driving. I'm not new to it, but I'm new to sim racing. But anyways, yeah,
Get ready.
it's just a few things that that allows me to have a little bit more oh really? Dude, I only have like about. I'm not that far away from him. I only have about 350, give or take. So, I'm still a complete noob. I've improved quite a bit, so it's cool. But I'm still in the back of the pack, unfortunately, most of the time. That's why I'm racing LFM because the league oh, the league I'm racing in is usually not this. Okay, I'm where am I?
Go, go, go.
Okay, cool. All right, it's the start of the race. I thought we're gonna do a I thought we're gonna do a parade lap first or a recovery lap, but all right, we'll take it.
On your left. Clear left.
Oh my God, there's something going on. There's something going on. Shit,
On your left.
shit.
Left. Far right. Far left.
Yellow flag.
I have suspension damage. Great. Let's see how bad is my suspension damage.
The bodywork's pretty good.
Left side. Clear left.
Yeah, we have suspension damage. Oh my God, dude. This is horrible.
Green flag. You're clear of the incident.
Might as well just go to the. Oh my God. This is one of the things that.
You're locking your fronts going into Lecumbe.
Well, we'll see what we can do. It's still a long race. A lot of things can happen, so. I try, but the problem with it is that I'm not able to, so I rather start in the back. Normally I don't get caught in the whatchamacallit, in the shenanigans that happens in the first lap, but you know, I can't always avoid it, unfortunately. So it happens. Especially and this is the thing. It's like public lobbies like these, especially. I mean, LFM is a lot cleaner. Um, but public lobbies I don't do because well, it's public lobbies. I don't want to mess with that. But normally I race with DRL every week and Track Alicious every week. So right now the main reason why I'm racing LFM
So is that
today
car number
is
1
because I
now leading?
wanted to test out the new overlay that I created. So, and then amongst other things, how it's functioning. So, I mean, I'm gonna be one lap down. So, we'll see. It will, man, 2 minutes of. There's no way I would have been able to complete that lap with a suspension damage like that. So. I tried. I tried to avoid it, but yeah, I just don't like sitting in the pits for too long. Especially a race that doesn't require me to pit at all. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Who likes nobody really does. I mean, you know what though? I do like to pit when I like to practice my pits, and then when I do those one of those near perfect pits, I'm like so happy, even though I hate going into the pits. So you know, it has its own perks about it once in a while. All right, a lot of people is in the pits. They just got into the pits, so that means they're just starting. I'm about to finish, right? So good. That will give me some time to somewhat catch up or something. Do something. Oh my god. Half of the field is on the pit.
The pit exit's clear. Your brakes are cold, let's get some heat.
All right, let's see what we can do now. Now all we gotta do is have clean laps for the next 20 minutes. That's all we gotta do now. Let's go. 30-minute lap times. Sweet. Haven't finished a lap yet. Great. Great start. Great start.
Sector 1 is clear.
I have a 34-inch ultra wide curve, single monitor. It's the Ass Rock brand. I've had it for a couple years now. I've been happy with it. I haven't had any issue with it at all.
V15.
I mean, it's nice. I mean, I'm sure it'd be nicer if it had triple screen, but I never really had one, so I wouldn't know the difference. But as of right now, it's it's doing the job. I hate. I don't know how people can go flat out on this. I swear. I'm definitely taking the wrong line because I've seen people do a flat out up to Eau Rouge. Still need to learn that. Okay, I'll definitely. I mean, I can take that at a higher speed, but I'm always like hesitant.
The car behind is pitting.
You know what I mean? I'm always hesitant because like it's so sketchy once you get to the top.
The gap in front is now 6.8 seconds.
Ooh, the guy is in front of me. Okay, hold on. We got somebody to play with. All right, come back here. Hey, yo, come back. Come back, buddy. Come back. I want to play. I want to play. Oh, okay. Well, dude, at least you already understood it now. Only with only 50 hours in the game. Me, I'm still trying to. I mean, I understand it. It's sketchy, still sketchy for me. It's very sketchy. So, yeah. Hey, let's catch this guy. I know I can catch him. Make it P13. Let's go.
The gap to Wilson ahead is now 1.4.
Here we go. Here we go. We got it. Or sort of. I mean, it was it's a lot better than earlier. Man, I love this car. Love this car.
The driver in front of us is ducked, car number 14. Yellow flag.
I never thought I'd say I love driving a Ferrari, but you know, we have our moments, I guess. Personally, this one is my favorite as far as the way it drives. But if the 992 wasn't so was so sketchy to drive, I would prefer that one. I did like the M4 though when I drove it a couple of seasons ago with DRL. I need to get back into it because the way I drove it, I believe last time it wasn't. I mean, I wasn't so. I've improved quite a. Oh my God, I've improved quite a bit. Yes, the McLaren is the meta car. That thing has such a good brakes and like the straight line speed is just. I mean, it's so good. It's just so good. Oh, too much. Here we go. We got it. I lift off just a little bit, just a smidge. We're still going faster too. Nice.
Sector 3 is now yellow. We think that duct has gone off in chicane. The gap to Wilson ahead is increasing. It's now 4.5 seconds.
Oh, no. I forgot. What was I looking at?
Please look.
Not really. I never had any issue with the US server. But oh no, my God.
Clear right.
No, the I've never had any ping issues. So and yeah. Somebody died, then why am I P13 all of a sudden? I don't know how to check what server I'm in, but I've never really had an issue with that. Somebody died. Okay, somebody spun out. P22.
Green flag.
Oh, I just got a. I keep looking to the top left as far as my lap time goes, and I keep on forgetting that I moved it. Okay.
Sector 3 is green.
You know what? I need to get into that 123 that.
Okay, Bug, don't think about the lap times. Just hit each and every apex. 10 minutes remaining. 10 minutes. Your rear brakes are hot.
Thank you. Yeah, it tends to get away from you.
It's now 10 seconds.
I mean, after 200 hours on it, I kind of just, you know.
Half distance. Fuel looks good. Our lap time was 224.90.
I feel like that was a much better exit. Maybe, I don't know.
Incident's clear. Green flag.
Oh no, I overshot it. So much time lost.
Gap to P12. Ahead is increasing. It's now 13 seconds. That's your quickest lap in this session.
Thank you. It still went faster, but I think I could have done better. Was that in front of us?
The next car is car number 9. Your brake temps look good. The gap to P1 behind is now 5.0. 2 laps ahead. Okay, Bug, you're reeling. Car number 9 in. The gap is 3.2. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes left.
Car left. Still there. Clear left.
Nice.
Good pass. Well done. P12. Push now. The guy behind is catching.
You're gonna dive bomb me, really?
On your left. Clear left.
Stay calm. You're good. And he's gone.
Okay, Bug. The next car is Wilson. Car number 7. Blue flag.
Left side. Hold your line. Clear left.
Blue flag.
Oh, what the? Bro. Oh my god.
Just
Really?
Yellow flag. Clear of the incident. Green
Why would you follow me when you're in the...
Car number 9.
When I just opened up the door for you?
2 minutes to go. 2 minutes.
My God.
Blue flag. Green flag in sector 2, P13. One more lap to go.
I want my P12.
Car right. Play right.
Your rear brakes are getting pretty hot.
No, 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 no. Fuck.
Yellow flag.
Hmm.
Seen front locking going
There he
into...
goes.
Clear. Incident clear. Place. There's the finish. Good drive.
That was horrible. I could have got 12. It's okay. I guess that's okay. Starting from 19th all the way to 12. Sure. All right. Let's look at... I want to look at... I know the 45-minute race is just around the corner. Let me see. Why is that thing still 1 hour and 54 minutes? Did it not get any... Okay. I guess that's... I mean... Yeah, it's 1 hour and 54 minutes. What is that? Is he live session? Oh, I missed it by a couple minutes. That's why. Darn it. Well, that sucks. All right. Well, we got I got to practice for our next race, so I'm going to do that. I'm supposed to be in my Aston Martin. Okay, do that, and then we'll do this. Oops. Let's put in some laps for next week's race. I forgot what Bathurst. You know. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'll take that. I mean, yeah, but I'm kind of disappointed. I almost gotten 12 if it wasn't for that idiot who rear-ended me. I mean, like, dude, I literally opened the door for you in the on the inside, and you follow me. Like, I mean, hello? Like, I don't see. This is some people. Some of these people I don't understand. Like, if I was following somebody and I know I have blue flag and somebody lines up on a certain lane, exactly. I mean, first of all, you know you have blue flag. You have somebody, that person in front of you is going to let you by somehow, some way, and the most efficient way possible. And then you're coming up to a corner, you're going to line up right behind him, knowing that you have faster pace. Yeah, I know. I'll probably they'll probably report him later. I don't know. It's not, I don't even, honestly, sometimes with LFM, the time for me to put together the report and actually complete the report, upload it, so on and so forth, it takes so much longer. I mean, I can understand if I would probably do it if I lost like 5 position. Like if let's say I was in 13th place or 12th place and I ended up in like back to 19th or 16th or 18th or something like that. Oh, all right. But one position, it I mean I don't religiously follow LFM. Like, oh, I I don't religiously race in LFM. So it's okay, I guess. Um Like this one, Degen's race league and Trackalicious. That's like I don't miss any of their races. So like when when there's an incident to report, and plus they make it so easy. Like when like for example, when there's an incident, there's a incident report you fill out. You just tell them what the two cars that was involved in the incident, the car number, and everybody's car's number stays the same. And then number two, you tell them the race, not the race time, but the session time of of the incident, and then because based on your recording, and then after that, you just tell them exactly how you see it happen, and then that's it. You don't have to submit any videos. Oh. You don't have to submit any videos. You don't have to record any videos. Nothing. They'll go through the based on the timestamp, and that's it. I mean, Elephant can do the same thing. They have the recording, so why not? Or put it on based on race time. So, anyways, it is what it is. Maybe I'll report it later. But then again, those are rookie races, so well, yeah, it can be like that sometime. Uh, what's the temp? 2020. Okay, this one. Uh, no, I don't. I mean, when do you normally race? Because like if you race like, um, for first of all, I don't know which part of the country you're in or where you are exactly, but I mean, to me, league races is so much better than LFM, in my opinion. I mean, no, you don't get away from from all the carnage. You're in the EU, okay. Uh, Let me see. So, oh well, you came into the right stream, buddy. I'll show you right now. Hold on one second. All right. Oh, it's not working. So try this. It's more of a weekly race. Also, we have grid. These are the leagues I race in weekly. That's one. So if LFM considered as some kind of low, not really, really. It's more of a public league. Oh, you can still hear me. Oh, because I thought you're an ad. All right, cool. Anyway, sorry. Um, so yeah, basically, SimGrid has organized leagues, right? So yeah, if you join my Discord, you'll see me like racing weekly on Trackalicious and DGen. Here, let me link you to Trackalicious too. Um, I don't know if let's see. I don't know if their race time will work with your time zone because I don't know what your time zone is. But um the good thing about league races, it's once a week. It's kind of like LFM, but it doesn't run through the entire week, right? US East time zone. Okay, perfect. So in that case, it depends now on how late do you stay up because in that case, if it's US East Coast time zone, then like for example, the degenerate DRL races every Tuesdays, it is 9 p.m. my time, which is Pacific time, and then that would be 11 p.m. No, 12 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, that would be the time, and then Trackalicious would be an hour earlier, so 8 p.m. Pacific time, uh 11 p.m. Eastern. So, and the other thing is that DRL in the morning by EU time, like wake up early. I mean, yeah, you could do that too. I mean, the good thing about SimGrid is when you pick the leagues and look at their time, the race time. I believe it adjusts to your time zone, so it's not based on. I mean, yes, it's based on when they start, but it reflects to when you look at the race that you're interested in joining. It will tell you the time that it starts your time. You know, so yeah, you just kind of, and then is so what uh let me allow this. Okay. So yeah, it makes it a bit more convenient. No, SimGrid is the server. Degenerate League is basically a user of that server. The group actually uses the server to organize their races. Kind of like how LFM does, but the difference with LFM is that LFM is their own server. They don't lend it out to anybody. Unlike with SimGrid, yeah. So basically, SimGrid uses their server to organize their races, and to me, the good thing about league races is the fact that you get to race with the same people every single week, every single season. Yes, you will get new drivers coming in, so on and so forth, but it's more of like you build that kind of courteous driving or defensive driving with with the drivers around you in mind, not only to have clean races, because also to have that kind of camaraderie where, okay, I don't want to fuck up his race, so I'm gonna try to clean, I'm gonna try to race as clean as I possibly can. Yes, there's still incidents that happens. Yes, it's really nice actually. Like that thing that you just saw in LFM, it does happen, but very very rarely. Very very rarely. But it happens. I mean, unintentionally, yes, it does happen. But the fact of the matter is, at the end of the race, you kind of just eh, I'll just report it, somebody. And then on top of that, what they do is instead of like hitting the instead of like just dinging the rating, the ELO rating, the safety rating or whatever, in league races like the one I'm races in, you get penalty points. Like in my case, DRLs, I'm very familiar with DRLs penalty system because, well, I nearly went through all of it when I first started with them when I was new to sim racing. And like for example, if you get 6 penalty points in a season or during uh consecutive seasons, um you get a quali ban. You can't qualify on the next race. Um it Yeah, it's exactly. This is sim racing. That's right. So at the end of the day, you get to build this relationship with these drivers. I mean, at the end of the day, they become your friends from afar, and you get to joke around then with them on their Discord, and like like me, I always joke around how slow I am and this and that, and everybody kind of just builds up on that relationship, and and when you actually connect with somebody like in the race, like you inflicted an incident, you actually feel bad. Like, fuck, I probably fucked up somebody's race, which I've done many times. Not that I'm saying I'm super clean racing. I do try to, you know, yeah. Sadly, it happens, but at the end of the day, if you for for most to some, I'm sure it doesn't. They don't care. But like when you start racing with the same people every single time, they will, and you create so many incidents, they will approach you. And not in a bad, like, you suck at driving, delete the game type of approach, but like, hey, um, you created that incident like last race and so on and so forth. Um, do you need some help or do you need some coaching? Because they will coach you for free. They don't, they, like they want to build up drivers genuinely. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like for example, like DRL, and this is DRL's practice. Like you can practice all week for the race. Actually, they open up a server and you can race on it every single week. You got in into Trackalicious League, they have something similar. Yes, I that's the thing. I race with Trackalicious weekly on their West Coast Wednesdays. So I'm there every single week. And although Trackalicious doesn't have a class system like the West Coast Wednesday, you're all in the same. Yes, Mondays they have their GT4. It's too early for me though, because I try to, because normally that's around my early dinner time, and I try to spend some time with the wifey before I disappear in my room, to do my childish stuff. But like yeah, that's I would have I've been wanting to actually join that GT4 class, but I it's that just the time doesn't just simply don't don't line up with mine. So, and yeah, Trackalicious, the good thing about and another thing is, like, between Trackalicious and Degenerate, they're actually working side by side. Like if you look at the roster of drivers, especially with their West Coast Wednesdays um, league and the DRL Tuesday leagues, you'll see the same drivers, similar drivers. Like I'm literally racing the same drivers, most of the same drivers in two leagues in 2 different days, which is great. Like they're again they're cool people. They're GT3. So the with DRL they have multi classes. They used to have three classes like amateur, pro am, and pro. But they've switched over to having only pro am and pro. So a lot of the pro am drivers got promoted to pro drivers, and then a lot of the amateur drivers, or all of the amateur drivers, got promoted to pro am. So there's effectively about 15 drivers of each class every single race. We although us true amateur drivers, aka slow drivers, are trying to bring back the amateurs, because we like being on top 10 in our classes if possible. I mean, when we start racing with the pro amps, we're like top 15, which is pretty much the bottom five. So I mean, but it's okay. It doesn't to me. It doesn't really. I mean, it does matter, but doesn't really matter. So um, I mean that I don't know. I don't know. Well, no. Okay. Here's another thing: is that DRL is in Canada. The organizer or whatever, the server, when I don't know how it goes, but they're in Canada. If the server you are on, how do I find out? Is there a like a because I really don't know. I never looked into that. Actually, not that I have. Yes, I have. Yeah. Well, you and I both. I have no idea neither. So you know what? Let's Google that because I never actually looked into that. How how to know what server you are in for Assetto Forza. Is there, if there is an IP of the server I can pay? Well, good question. Um, let's see. Hold on. Let me get out of here. I'm sure there's a way. That you get, now you got me all curious. And so is there a way for me to no? Because this is the ping. So I know they have their own LAN server too, but I don't. I like. Is there really a way? Because I really want to know now. Is there something on my screen that would tell me? Let's get back in there. Because right now I'm at 62 ping. That's my ping. There's pretty bad, but I don't know how much of an impact it has. Yeah, I rarely have that kind of ping. I wouldn't even know. What do you mean by how will if it affect it? Like, how will it affect the server itself? Like how? Because I don't think. Oh, I've seen that happen. Like, I actually have a short in YouTube that I was laughing about because there was a driver that I think it was LFM that I was racing. Yeah, I think it was LFM that like the guy was literally disappearing right in front of me. And then he would reappear at one point. When he reappeared, I was inside this car. Well, he was inside me. Well, one of us is inside each other. So I mean, so I don't think in that case, I don't think it will affect the server itself. It will just, I mean, on your end, it will be just what it is. I don't think it will affect us in any way aside from like, um, maybe. I don't know. I wasn't affected by it. I haven't been affected by it. It's a good laugh when a driver all of a sudden disappears in front of me. Oh, that's what you mean. Oh, because like it would be the latency and like for example, you're all of a sudden the distance or whatever is going to be closer than what it looked like or something like that, right? Well, yeah, that would definitely affect. I mean, at the end of the day, that's out of your control, right? So, I mean, yeah, I get that you feel you want to raise clean and everything, but at the same time, you get to the point that's literally out of. Do I need to get pass for these servers on? Mm, what do you mean by pass? No, I don't think so. Um, what? Hold on. No. Why are you blocking it, buddy? Anyways, uh no, I don't think so. Like for example, Well, for DRL, if you wanted, like for example, DRL is a good example. If you wanted to race with DRL, you'll have to register. Once you register, one of their admin will reach out to you to ask you to do a few things that they can review to make sure you're a safe driver. Kind of like a driving test, right? So they want to make sure you have good car control. They could care less. I mean, they could care less about your pace. Their main concern is, are you a safe driver around other drivers? That's number one. Not as difficult as LFM license. Well, to some people it was difficult, but it's not that no DRL. L as in Larry. So like literally what's it says on top of my screen. So like they would yeah, they would ask you to do certain things to like prove that you're a safe driver. Trackalicious, I can't remember what they asked of me to do when I first joined. Maybe there isn't. Um, but yeah, aside from that, I mean, it's not that hard to get into any of the racing leagues, at least in my experience. I mean, heck, they don't even go by like safety ratings neither. You can have safety ratings below like 70 or 60 and you can prove to them that you're still a safe driver, then it doesn't matter to them. And then SimGrid goes by the LF, I believe they piggyback off of LFM's BOP. So it's the same. The cars would feel the same as other, you know, as other leagues. So yeah, ultimately LFM actually set the bar as far as the BOP goes. So everybody just kind of piggybacks off of that. Um, but yeah, that's you should. I mean, you know what? I would love for you to join Trackalicious or DRL so I can race with you. But obviously, the timing is an issue. But I actually encourage you to look for a league of your own, and that has a schedule that works for you, and it will be much better, much better. I mean, I've always um I've always enjoyed it. Overall experience with the other leagues are good. Um, although
The leader has just done a 201.84.
yes. Oh, here's another. I hold on. I know there's an EU league that I joined in the past. If I'm not mistaken, their name is Race Pals. Let me look them up in SimGrid. They were a good group too. It's just that their time wasn't their time wasn't very convenient. Race Pals. Let me. Yes. So this is the only their thing. So all right. So this is copy. Let me. Okay. Perfect. There you go. So that's Race Pals. I raced with them before. Hold on. I raced with them before. I know they're organized by uh European guys. I don't know exactly where they are, but that is them. It looks like, did they have any upcoming register? Because I know they had seasons. I don't know if they're still racing ACC. Is it ACC? Mm, Season 11. Bi-weekly races. That's new. 6 rounds? So it's every other week? Huh. Okay. Um Perfect. So I mean like that's another league that I had good experience with. I mean, I do want to get back with them on the weekends cuz I know when I raced with them it was like my time Saturday or Sunday at 11 a.m. One of those. And um I'll try to make it work maybe sometime soon. But yeah, it was just simply one of those things like uh I feel like I can't get anything done on the weekend with them with me racing with them in the midday. Kind of breaks my productive chores type of momentum, I guess, if you can say it like that. So yeah. But yeah, definitely. I mean, dude, uh I would love for you to join my Discord so that way I can like see where you're racing. Maybe I can make because I try to race with my viewers, right? So there's a few viewers that I actually race with in DRL. Um and I mean it's fun for me, you know what I mean? Like unfortunately there's my there I have a viewer that's been with me since day one since I started streaming. And I can never race with him because he races on ACC console and it doesn't there's no um crossover for that. It's only yeah, I believe the console crossover is only between PS and Xbox, not PC to yeah, there's crossplay crossover, but well, yeah. The thing is there is, but it's only console to console, not PC to console. So which sucks. I'm like, dude, what it's like for me it's like what why 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 do it? Why didn't you just, you know, like I feel like they just half-assed it. I'm like, why half-ass it? Why did you just go all the way? Like you already did the crossover between console to console. Just do it everything, right? So, but yeah, it didn't. Unfortunately, it didn't work. It didn't work as well as I hope so. But yeah, that's that. Um, but aside from that, it's like it's fun. I highly recommend. And I get to practice, and you get to have cool liveries. In LFM, you can't have cool liveries. Like you can't have like custom livery. Like like this guy right next to me, as you can see already, he has a custom livery. I mean, like look here. I'll show you my I need to quit. There you go. Like because at LFM you can't have cool liveries because there's no way for you to like look here. Look at that. That's my livery. And it's a joke of a livery. Well, I wouldn't say it's a joke of a livery. Somebody in DRL made it for us, for me and my teammate, and we're called back marker racing because, well, you know, I'm always in the back, and I wanted to make a joke out of it, like so. We made it so that it's a safety car looking. So if you happen to be passing a safety car, that means you passed the back marker and you're well on your way on 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 being in a podium or something. So yeah. But yeah, it's like there's so much like there's hold on. There's this other one that the same guy made, but this one, see, he made that. So it's and that's the thing is that if you were to load up in LFM with this livery, your car will show up just black car because it does their server doesn't recognize this livery. But if you go to, in my case, DRL, we have a way to load up this livery into the server so that when, you know, hey, what's up, Nico? What's going on? How you doing today? So yeah, when you load up this livery on the server, now you can see this on their stream and on yours. Well, not on yours because it's in your game. But yeah. Nice. New nephew? Like newborn? Nice. Congratulations. Nice. Well, that how I how do I put it? Total length and weight, do you know? Thursday. Oh, so it's been a couple of days already. You don't know. I I started asking those type of questions like the total length and total length and how heavy. Well, I mean, I started asking those questions because lately I've been seeing a lot of like babies popping out in my group, and like they always put down that information, and I have because I mean, I can see that. I can see why. Anyways, so yeah, we were racing LFM today, and yeah, because I know I don't normally stream at this hour, as you know. I think I pay more attention to how much food. I mean, I can't blame you there neither. I mean, it's free food is free food. You know what I mean? Um. So yeah, I started streaming today because number one, I wanted to 11 inches, 2.5 pounds of. I was about to say 11 inches, 2.5 pounds worth of baby. That's a tiny baby you got. uh, anyways, so yeah, I wanted to test out my new overlay that was given to me by the league that I race with. So I wanted to see the setup. Unfortunately, one of the function is not working again. It's the Caster Labs chat box. I have to look into that. I think there's something wrong because it's not even update. The chat is not even updating on my in my OBS. So I can see why it's not showing up on stream, but it's okay. I mean, you guys can still see the chat, and that's literally in front of me on my monitor. So but yeah, I have a new friend. His today his name is Lurking in Rice. By the way, Lurking in Rice, do you eat rice? Because I'm Filipino, I eat rice all day, every day. Why Lurking in Rice? Now that I'm gonna dissect your name now. Oh, really? Nice. You have a rice. So I guess you're not the typical EU uh guy or person, because I know EU guys. Okay, so okay, perfect. I mean, you and I are gonna get along really well because I eat rice every single day. Again, I'm Filipino, so like we don't like. It would be weird for us to not eat rice in a day. Well, there you go. Nico meet Lurking. Lurking meet Nico. Nico is a also a streamer. he is on the East Coast, so if you're going, if since you're going by East Coast time and the closest time to your actual time is East Coast, then you'd you'd definitely catch Nico's stream much better. Not that I'm saying you can't. I mean, I would love to see you in my other stream at nighttime, my usual time. But hey, you know, it is what it is. But Nico is a variety streamer and he's awesome. Um, he is a cat person, and you never know what you're gonna get in this stream, which is one of those. Um, I guess it's one of those. Not a Russian roulette. That makes it sound so bad. But you never know what. It's always gonna be a surprise. Then again, I mean, like, you know, every time I watch him on stream, he's always playing something different. He's again, he's a variety streamer. For me, on the other hand, you will. I'm a as somebody once told me, I'm a consistent variety streamer. I guess what that means is that I play the same games every single week at the same time, except for a couple of days in a week. Because like on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I'm racing in ACC with DRL and Track Alicious. On Thursdays, I'm normally playing Path of Exile 2. And then on Fridays and Saturdays, it's kind of up in the air depending on what my friends got me playing, because I also play Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3. I play Helldivers 2, and amongst other games, but those are usually the four that I'm playing. Two games I mainly play at all. Daisy. I have that. Wait a minute. I have that. Oh no, I don't have Daisy. I have Left 4 Dead 2. Who's playing Overwatch? Oh, it's Nate that's playing Overwatch. Why is she playing all of a sudden? Anyways, yeah. So um, I have Left 4 Dead 2. I don't have Daisy. Didn't I would I know I have that. Do I have that in my wish list? Daisy. I should. I remember having that. Daisy. I do have that on my wish list. Yes. Again, we were just actually, Nico and I were just talking about this the other day. There's so many games that I want to play. There's so many games I want to play on stream, and both on stream and off stream, that like I don't know. You know what? We're not doing it. I'm just gonna put us on chat. Um, I don't know what game. I mean, I don't know what time or when am I gonna play it or whatever. It's like it's so it. There's so much. There's so much, and there's only so much time in a day. And Nico, you got it, buddy. You're the bomb. You're the bomb. I mean, you literally you're my number one entertainment. Sort of. I mean, I made it a long time ago. I rarely use it, but yes, I did. I made with uh so no, actually no, I did not. Well, I did, but I didn't. I took somebody else's stinger and then put my logo on top of it. If that makes any sense. So, yes. Again, I'm Filipino. I'm a cheap bastard, so I try not to pay for anything if I don't got to. So, you know, it's um but yeah, there's just so much there's only so much time in a day for me to like really focus. And here's the other thing is that I'm the type of player gamer that like if I start a game and I really like it, I wanna consistently progress on it. Therefore, I then end up consistently playing it week after week until I get bored of it. So, like me being the so-called variety streamer, I cannot be that true. Funny enough, a lot of people keep telling me that I've been really enjoyable to them in recent days, and it just kind of makes me scratch my head, lol. But I'm glad. I mean, dude, you are that, and that's the thing though. Like, if I were to compare your stream versus mine, not that there's any comparison, like I mean, I gotta admit, your stream is much more entertaining than mine. But then again, you also have a lot more interaction as far as we're with your chat. You know what I mean? Like, but you also open up that interaction with your chat to so that you can get that feedback. I'm actually trying, like, there's also a reason why I try to watch certain certain streamers, because there are some things I'm trying to not necessarily completely replicate on my stream, but more like um implement. Hey bro, thank you for joining me. Thank you for the follow. If you haven't followed me in Discord, follow me, and I'll catch you next time. All right. I hope to see you next time on my stream. You have a good day. Nice weekend. Thank you. Yes, if I get a bit less. Well, I mean, yeah, I get that. I mean that, and that's the thing is that um I try to be, I try to do that in every single one of my stream, expecting, considering I'm new to this streaming. I've only been streaming for what, going on 4 months now, or just finished my fourth month. And I start my stream expecting that I'm gonna have my usual couple lurkers and no chatters, you know. So I try to be engaged. I try to engage with them by, you know, kind of asking them questions, this and that. But at the end of the day, a lot of a lot of the viewers, they're just lurkers, and I've accepted that. But at the same time, I also want, because at the end of the day, the entertain if there's chatters, there's also that entertainment for me, not just for my chat. You know what I mean? Like there's, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm mainly the one who's supposed to be entertaining the chat, but at the same time, if they're interacting with me, I'm also getting entertained. And it pretty much goes back to your idea of like, well, if I don't have that much chatters, I don't, you know, it's less energetic for me, which I get because heck, my unfortunately that's how my stream is. Uh as I never know if people will want to interact with me. That's why I usually try to do a few OTD, because it's gives someone who knows nothing about me at least something to chat. Well, yeah. I mean, and I mean that's pretty much what it, you know. I mean that, to me that's pretty much it comes down to. And at the same time, for me, I'm just like, there, like for example, there are days that I question myself, like, dude, there's, I don't even have that many viewers, but at the same time, I keep telling myself like, yeah, you also have only started like 4 months ago. I still have a long way to go. So for me, having to, in the beginning, I chased the followers because I wanted to hit the affiliate mark. You know what I mean? Um, But now I'm not chasing the follower number. More like um if you want to follow me, awesome, and I appreciate you. But at the same time, I'm not I'm not necessarily looking for it. I'm more like, look, you come into my stream. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. You follow me. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. But I don't, because I have those followers that are like, they just follow just to hit follow, but they never come back. If they come back like once in like a blue moon, you know what I mean? Like for me, it's like I wanna I wanna find those followers that comes to my stream and looks forward to my stream, and eventually, if they want to interact with. But at the same time, I'm not chasing that like number of followers anymore. Like, oh yeah, yeah, I have like 1,000 followers or 2,000 followers, and yet on my stream, every time I'm on stream, I have 5 viewers. What's the point of having the 2,000 followers then? You know what I mean? Like, and I can even go deeper as far as like if I get to the point where I have, or when, optimistically, when I get to the point that I have like 100, 200 viewers every any given stream, I don't know if I'm gonna want more than that. Only because I do enjoy interacting with my chat whenever there is interaction, and I can only imagine how fast my chat will move if and when I get to the point that I have 100 to 200 viewers on average in my stream. Because I don't know how I'm going to be able to interact with all those people. I mean, honestly, the bigger the bigger the bigger channels that has like 1,000 and above or 500 and above viewers at any given stream, I can only imagine how fast their stream is moving or their chat is moving, considering their chat is represent the chat activity represents the viewer count. You know what I mean? That's a lot. That's a lot of people. And I can't talk that fast nor talk that much. You know what I mean? I mean, how? Where? How? And I can't read that fast. I mean, I can read, but not that fast. You know what I mean? It's although yeah, I mean, like if it's like 50 folks, I think that would be good too. Uh See, I mean, dude, I don't think I've ever even seen that in my chat. But even then, like again, it's one of those things. Like, but when you get to that 50 viewers on average, let's say 75 viewers. On average, you have 75 viewers on average. You have 75 viewers on average any given stream. That's the partner status as far as Twitch goes, right? Um I think when you get to that uh 75 average viewers on any given stream, it's just one of those things where it only gets higher there, because at any given stream you could be literally on top of any category, considering you're not streaming like some mainstream game like Call of Duty or like um Path of Exile or Diablo or anything that's like the top played game. anything below that, at 75 viewers, you're literally going to be at the top of that category every single time. And then when you're on top of that category every single time, you will get more viewers because that's how Twitch works, right? So I think once you get there, there's really no controlling it. It's either you're gonna slowly grow even further, or you're just gonna blow up. And in your stream, like I said, your stream is very entertaining. I mean, the fact is, every day that I'm at work, you're my you're one of my go-to entertainment while I'm working. And I stay there for hours. Yes, I might not be physically watching the stream because I'm working, but I am listening. And I mean, it is true. It's not like I wouldn't stay there if you're not entertaining. You know what I mean? You are entertaining. I mean, me prefer. Don't get me wrong. I prefer watching. I mean, me being a guy, the pinnacle. You know, the epitome of like a guy's the definition of guy's guy. I'd rather be watching a woman. I mean, yeah, I agree. I mean, you know it. But at the end of the day, she's not always streaming. I could I could easily, yeah, I know that. And then on top of that, it's not like I can't look for other streamers that is a woman. I mean, yeah, I rather watch Ney or Sonada, but at the same time, I mean, Ney is great, but if truth to be told, I think you're more entertaining than Ney. But Ney has this persona that a lot of people like. I mean, you do. Honestly, I mean, you Sonata, and I mean, if I were to compare you to Sonata, Sonata is very entertaining. She interacts really well with her chat. I mean, quite frankly, the only thing she has on you as far as entertainment goes, and then, as your stream, if you have a viewer like me, is the fact that she's a woman. But I don't know how she looks like. I know what her avatar looks like, but her voice is gives me the imagination that she is beautiful. Aside from that, I think both of you are, as far as entertainment goes, they're, exactly. And I think it's just one of those things that I have to kind of get used to, as far because I do have some hesitation when it comes to talking on chat, as far as what I can properly say. Like, I I'm self-conscious when I'm using profanity in my stream, because that's how I am professionally at work. I am an accountant by trade after all, so I don't normally use those kind of words when I'm talking to my clients, right? So, but on stream it's totally different. And every single time I use like profanity, it's like in the back of my head, like, shit, I just said that. Or like the way you did shit. Like fuck. It's like I'm not necessarily completely uncomfortable with using the word, but at the same time, I'm not totally comfortable. I think the only thing I dance around are my jobs and political stuff. Those are the things I don't I don't like to delve into, because I never want to compromise my full time job for one aside. Well, I mean, it's the same thing for me. I mean, I don't mind anybody knowing that I'm an accountant by trade, which is something because one thing is I really enjoy doing it. Right, I enjoy being an accountant. Aside from, I mean, to most people it's a boring job, but for me it's one of those. It I love the job. You know, so I don't mind people knowing that I'm an accountant. In fact, if somebody asks me anything about that field as far as financial goes, uh, I will not give advice, but I will tell them by experience this is what happened, and whether I happen to help them in any way and they manage to ask the right person or the right questions to their own accountant, then great, awesome. Exactly. I mean, and that's the thing is that for me, my clients. I mean, I have my boring clients and I have the clients I love because this will be my first year streaming though. So I mean, it's the same thing with me. Well, my first 6 months so far. And as far as your first year, I mean, I don't see that you're doing anything wrong. I mean, you're growing steadily, entertaining, getting better at it. I mean, you're much better than I am, in my opinion. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's so many things that I think I've already picked up. I mean, uh, for look, here's an accountant's perspective, also in a financial management enthusiast, which I am. When it comes to taxes, easy peasy lemon squeezy. There's two ways you can go about it. Okay, this is also what I do to prepare for taxes. This is something I practice myself. I always told my wife, like, look, yes, we're gonna owe the IRS money. It's just a matter of how much, but we're not gonna give them the entire amount every single year that we file our taxes. What we're gonna do is that throughout the year, we're gonna build up that same amount in a high yield savings account. There you go. I mean, loss or gain, it doesn't matter. But for me, it's more like just building a good practice. Like here, like so. As I was saying, like every single year, my wife and I are paying taxes. We don't get returns because we paid we intentionally pay less than what we need to every single year out of our own paycheck. And every single year, those that whatever that amount is, that automatically deducts into out of our paycheck and goes to a high yield savings account. And then every single year, every single year, it builds up to a certain amount, whether it's above or below the amount that we owe for taxes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it has to be a good practice. It has to be a consistent practice. Because at the end of the day, the IRS, when they collect more from you than they should, when they give it back to you at the end at the during tax season, they're not going to give you interest for it. They're just going to give you the right amount. Why would I give you more if I can? Why would I give the IRS more if I can hold back some on my end and then Oh, ad break in about a couple seconds. I'm gonna switch over to chatting. We're just gonna chat. 'Cause that's literally what we're doing. All right. Well, good time to put this away. Yeah, buddy. I know. All right. So back to what I was saying. It's like, look, the IRS is not gonna give you any interest or anything more than what you're getting back for holding on to your money for the entire year. So why would I voluntarily deposit my money on stagnant and do nothing while, you know, I mean it makes sense. So yes, and I use that money to invest on some things. I mean, literally that's the money that, yeah, I mean that's the money I can live without. I don't We don't need it to for the lifestyle that we have, right? So why but even then it's still they it's still that thing that they call opportunity cost. Exactly. I mean that, and that's the thing is that most people don't realize that is that they don't realize that at the time of their retirement, they're not gonna have enough. Social Security is not gonna have enough to sustain them, and unfortunately, most people. Can you tell I have? Well, yeah, sort of that, or you had just have experience. Because for me, I have a lot of experience. I mean, although I do have, I do have bachelor's degree in accounting, and I have ran a business in the past. And as an accountant right now, I have multiple clients that I'm not necessarily running their financial business side, but I am guiding. I'd like to think that I'm guiding them to run their business better financially. So, I mean, it's good, but unfortunately, most people don't think that way. You know what I mean? Like for example, if like I was saying, no, but like most people, they look for their retirement, like Social Security, but they don't realize Social Security is not going to be enough to sustain their current lifestyle, whatever that lifestyle is. I mean, even with 401k and Roth IRA, it's gonna be there to supplement Social Security, but at the same time, it might not be not even enough. Also taking some investment. That's see, that's good. That's good. I mean, that's the thing is that we have to continue to learn. Like we have to we I think we are in that honestly we are in that era where um we are in that era that mostly benefit us because information is available to us at this point in time. Any given time, that information is available to us. Whatever information, whatever question we have can be answered with a few type of letters and a click of a button. It's just a matter of like, what do you do with that information? Right? You really just don't, I mean, you don't just, how do I say it? We don't like the mindset has to be there to make it happen. And unfortunately for me, although I'm a late bloomer per se, it's never too late to make adjustments. I have a lot of bad habits in the past because of, you know, I mean, because of how uh, not necessarily because, well, it is because of how I grew up and where I grew up and how I was taught. But I'm not blaming that purely. I'm just blaming it because I just didn't have the mindset, the proper mindset to. I'm actually glad that I'm here because in this chat window because something has changed and it made my thing disappear. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Now you can see it again. Anyways, so yeah, it's just one of those things that kind of just I learned in the past that I mean I learned in the last few years that I can gain enough wealth to have a decent lifestyle when I retire. And plus, me retiring is really not gonna happen. I mean, yes, I'm gonna probably retire from working, but I don't see myself retiring from making money. I'm probably gonna my retirement will. So you know how much you watch folks and you pick up things they do better and you want to do. I think your strongest suit as just having convos like this is no, it's really enjoyable just to chat. I mean, I try to. I mean, I actually love this. I enjoyed this. It's just having chatters to have the conversation. I mean, it's it's really. I mean, honestly, they that like before I started streaming, I watched a lot of those like how to stream, what you should be doing on stream, and this and that. Well, thank you, I appreciate it. I'll definitely. I'll. I mean, this part right here, this part of chatting comes naturally to me because I always try to leave something with my chatters or my viewers. Something. Hopefully, I try to leave something with them that they can ponder upon. Like, hopefully, in a more positive way. Um, but yeah. I mean, I how do I say? I'm the type of person that I try to do something good every single day, whether it's small or big, right? Like, and I try to work on my strong suits because that's how I feel like the best way I could help people. Um, in fact, here's the thing is that one of the main reason why I started streaming was because I wanted to get over my fear well, of being in front of a camera. Now that's gone. Completely gone because I don't like literally I'm watching myself. I have the stream, my preview of my stream right in front of me and I don't even care that I'm seeing myself, right? I'm seeing my ugly face on stream live on Twitch and YouTube by the way. And but the same time like it's not about the gaming part, it's more like I want my stream to evolve something more useful aside from gaming, like this conversation. Like if I can put something together as far as stream goes, and instead of playing games we're just talking and people were impressed with, that's good. I mean, I mean, I'm no pro as far as judging when it comes to public speaking and all of that, but I mean, I want to get to where you are as far as speaking goes. You know, I kind of laugh, kind of thinking because I was like, it's just like Twitch and real people. Well, yeah, but that's the thing though. To most people, I mean, before me streaming on Twitch, it's not just like Twitch or just like public speaking. I don't like public speaking. But then again, ever since I started streaming, it doesn't matter to me anymore. You know what I mean? Like eventually I want my stream to evolve to something just more of a podcast. Like once a week podcast to talk about something more important than just gaming. Something that could improve somebody's life, whether in a small manner or on a larger scale. Doesn't matter. Like, because I think people on in reality are capable of so much more. People in general, if they only manage to learn to mind their own business. not in a rude way. Like, because a lot of people, when they say, mind your own business, they normally say it in a very rude, very like demeaning way. No, what I mean is like minding your own business. Like, if it's not helping, if there's a scenario that's in front of you that you know for a fact that it's not going to improve your life in any way, shape, or form, don't mind it. That's none of your business. That's what I mean by that. You know what I mean? Like the comparison. Like they say that comparison is a killer of joy, right? That's one thing. We as people like to compare our life with somebody more successful, somebody who has more wealth, somebody who has the capability to afford more than what we can. But at the end of the day, if you look at it in a mindset of that mindset, it's not helping you. Not helping anybody. It's actually putting yourself down in a way. But instead, if you stop comparing and mind your own business and say, how do I, if you start asking question instead of comparing and say, that person is doing something different that I'm not doing. What is it? How do I get there? Then you just created yourself a problem that could improve your life. Am I right or wrong? Right? So to me, that's more like those are the kind of like, well, that's how my brain works. That's how I think. At least ever since I've changed the way I think and the way I look at things, that's how my brain started to think. Like, where is, like, because a lot of people they always ask, I never get the opportunity to improve my life. But what they don't realize is that, look, you woke up in the morning. That's an opportunity. Every other opportunity that passes you by that day, you didn't see it because you're not ready for it. Just like all the opportunity that passes me by, I didn't even see it because number one, I wasn't looking for it. Number two, I wasn't even ready for it, even if I saw it. You know what I mean? Like the somebody like in a perspective of financial, the opportunity for somebody who has the ability to spend $1 million any given day versus the opportunity for somebody who has $100 to spend any given day is totally different opportunity. Even if the opportunity to make $1 million in one day is presented to somebody who has $100 that day, he or she will not know how to take advantage of that opportunity because the first thing that person is thinking of is that I only have $100. How do I get to $1 million? Versus a person who has the opportunity have to already have $1 million and say and presented to double that. They already know how to manage that money, especially when they're the one who created that $1 million. Get what I'm saying? Like if somebody to same thing with me. Exact, not a sprint. It is like, for example, like if somebody if somebody were to literally give me $1 million right now, I know what to do with it to some extent, and I would know what to do with it safely as far as growing it, but I will not be able to grow it as fast because I've never been there. heck, having a net worth of $1 million is already a feat to. I mean, it's already it's literally it's already a how do I say it? It's already as a challenge itself. But once you get that $1 million uh in net worth, then it's a breeze going above that, right? But the thing about it is, for somebody who knows how to handle $1 million on a daily basis, they will be able to multiply that $1 million much faster than I could, because my mentality of handling funds is not in that $1 million mark. While somebody else, like for example, let's say nothing political, nothing like that, but let's say Elon Musk. If you told Elon Musk to, here's $1 million, double it, he'll probably able to double that within a day and give you back 2 million and keep another 2 million for himself by the end of the day. Versus me, if you were to tell me, here's $1 million, double it within a day, I'm like, the fuck? Who do you think I am? Like, how am I gonna double $1 million without gambling it? But gambling it is like the chance of 50-50 of losing it. You get what I'm saying? I wouldn't know how to, because I'm never there. I'm never there. I've never been there. But if I were to take one of my clients who normally handles $1 million, and not them not just recording it and keeping an eye on it, that's a different story. They can do it. I can't right now because that's not the kind of amount I handle personally. You know what I mean? So the people need to realize a different mindset. And $1 million, just $1 million. It's nothing more. In fact, in today's world, $1 million isn't much. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's $1 million is literally just $1 million. Even if you put $1 million right in front of me, my eyes are like, oh, $1 million. No, it's like, cool, $1 million. What do we do with it? Because $1 million can go just like that, with no repercussions. Like with a snap of a finger, $1 million can go away because of mismanagement. Exactly. But with the $1 million, here's the kicker though. With the $1 million, if handled properly, can last you longer than expected. See, it can last you longer than expected, depending on how much you want it to last you and what kind of lifestyle you can have with it. You know what I'm saying? Well, I do eat rice every single day, so it does help. And I don't eat. Don't get me wrong. I don't eat a lot of rice every single day. I'm actually trying to cut that down because my fat ass is not. It's not stopping as far as gaining weight goes. I mean, like everything else is slowing down except for my fat ass being like, "Oh yeah, that's another pound for you. Sure, why not? We'll keep that." Yeah, it's like, yeah, here you go. Keep that other whatchamacallit, other 1 pound. Next thing you know, the next 4 days is another a pound each. So it's not, it's not. Uh, Believe it or not, dude, believe it or not, I don't eat more than a cup of rice every single day. On average, okay, on average, not like, not. In fact, between me and my wife, we eat about a cup of rice per day. I've been trying to really like. The older I get, it feels like the slower I become, and the more weight I gain or I retain. So I'm literally just trying to slow that down and kind of be, yeah. I mean, yeah, yeah. But yeah, it's. I mean, back to the $1 million. I mean, you can do something with that $1 million. It's just a matter of what kind of lifestyle you want to have and how long do you want it to last. If handled properly, $1 million can last you quite a bit. In fact, you have the ability to double that $1 million within a matter of years, or maybe even a matter of a month. I mean, a month, a year, if handled properly. Of course, you also have to take into account the more you put in the line, the more you have to risk, but the larger the reward is. Because understand that investing anything is risking something. So there's always a risk. You have to assume the risk. You have to understand, not necessarily completely understand the risk, but you understand that there is a risk, and understand that once if that risk takes an effect and becomes reality, you have to swallow it because if you weren't ready to swallow it, it's gonna eat you up alive at the end of the day. So that's pretty much what it comes down to. That's why many people try to minimize the risk. I mean, I'm one of those people because I don't have the knowledge nor the experience to take the risk, significant amount of risk, and assume the reward without assuming the risk of a large investment, much like that. So it just comes down to that. I mean, then again, I talk a lot of game, but I'm no millionaire. But at the same time, I see it every single day. So and constantly, I tell my clients like look, this is how the rich does it. This is how the 1% does it. How do you implement that into your financials so that you can have that not that same amount of wealth, but same percentage of gain that the wealthy has. This is one of the also main reason why I don't talk about amount when talking to my clients, because I always talk about percentage, because percentage stays the same. The raw amount always change depending on the situation. You know, like when you say you're expected to gain 30% of income or capital gains or whatever, that 30% can mean $250,000. Could be $300,000. It could be $30. Heck, it could be $3. But at the end of the day, it's 30%. If that's the target gain, then you're right at it. Mission accomplished. For as long as it's 30%. It doesn't matter if it's $3, $30, $300, $30,000, $300,000, $3 million, $30 million. Could be $3 billion. It doesn't matter. But for as long as that represents a 30%. That's why I like percentage. That's another thing that most people don't know. Because they look at the raw numbers. I don't look at the raw numbers. I always look at the percentage. Because sometimes raw numbers can be disappointing because, well, raw numbers could be really small to the point that it is disappointing. But if you step back and look at the percentage, and if that small number represents a large percentage, then at the end of the day, you're still going the right direction. So, see, that's why this is also like so you said it yourself. You invest part of your income that you don't need on a daily basis. I mean, I do the same thing, but I only do it by percentage because I know at the end of each and every single year between me and my wife, we keep at least 30% of our earned income after taxes, and that is either invested or kept in a high yield savings account. So I try to limit our lifestyle with less than 70% of our income so that we always have that cushion of between emergency funds, investments, and amongst other things. So, but again, most people don't talk that. And the thing is, the 30% stays the same, but the raw number grows as we make more. But it's still 30%. So at that point, we don't really care of how much is being invested for as long as it's 30% of our entire yearly income. For as long as we're keeping 30% of our yearly income put away somewhere strategically. So, yeah. That's a good thing about always dealing with percentage versus raw numbers. I mean, but the problem with it is that people like to deal with like budgets, but budgets doesn't really work with percentage. That's why I don't do budgets. I mean, yes, I know how much we're spending every single month on average, but I don't base it on like the actual numbers. I base it on the percentage of what we should be allowed to be in terms of percentage based on what our income is representing. So yeah, that's pretty much what that is. So yeah, I mean financially, I mean that one of the things I tend to like to. No, I appreciate you. I mean, fact of the matter is, you're the one who's staying here, so I'm I'm just I'm just chatting away. So I appreciate you. Thank you. But yeah, it's that's one of the things I kind of hope. I'm hoping that my stream will evolve to something more useful, something more of helpful to people's lives other than just gaming. I mean, the gaming part is always going to be there, but after the gaming session or before the gaming session, this is the kind of stuff that I kind of want to implement for when I have chatters or enough viewers to interact with. So On that note, I mean, I hope you pick. I mean, hopefully everything that we talked about financially or whatever strategy, hopefully it it either helps you do nothing for you or don't affect you negatively. So that's all. It's one of those things. I'm always like I try to be careful because again, some people are they're just some people are just going to follow it nonchalantly or follow it blindly, which I don't want them to. I want them to pick it up, put it in the back of their head, and think about it. It's always something to think about. It cements a lot of the belief I'm doing the right thing with things. It's coming from an accountant, financial partner, planner. Remember, yeah. I mean, I a lot of honestly, there's a lot of bad accountant, but a lot of it is coming from yes, my view as an accountant, but it's also coming from my experience as a person who happens to know accounting and who happens to follow financial, not necessarily trends, but financial information. So, I mean, I was, I mean, don't get me wrong. I was one of those bad accountants because I didn't know any better. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I've always been a good accountant. I at least in my opinion of myself right now, I'm a decent accountant. I'm a good accountant. I'm not a great accountant. I'm a decent accountant. But I wasn't I was never always I wasn't always a decent accountant. I was once a bad accountant because I didn't know any better and I didn't have the information I have now nor the experience I have now. So for me, again, like for my client, I just try to do something good for them to help them thrive in their business, whatever that may be. Whether it's additional pep talk, um, things that I could point out in their financials, like, hey, look, you might want to pay attention to that, this and that. Here's what I think. If that helps them, great. If it doesn't, well, I tried. But at the end of the day, I'm, I do my best not to do any harm as far as whether it's a financial disaster or anything for any of my clients. I just try to tell them the way it is. And I always tell them to check with from I always tell them to double check with the proper sources to validate the idea I just gave them. Again, at the end of the day, it's just a matter of like giving them the idea to ask the right questions towards the right sources. Because to me, it always starts with a question. If you cannot ask the right question, how do you expect to get the proper or lead to the proper answer or even lead to the answer that you're looking for? I rather have questions than answers because answers always leads to the end while questions leads to the beginning of whatever the question is. And a question represents a problem. A problem always represents the need for a solution. And I like problems because I have the opportunity to find the solution, fix the problem. Maybe that's one of the reason why my boss likes me so much. Because I never say no. No, no, I never said that. That sounds that sounded better in my head than it came out. I never say no because to most of the issues he or she brings up to me. My always answer is that, hey, can you do this, or hey, do you have a solution for this, or blah blah blah, or whatever. I'm like, well, let me see what I can do. But I never say no initially, but instead I say, let me see what I can do. And then later, if I cannot fix the problem, then I can tell them, like, hey, this is beyond me and beyond my access. So that's why I've always liked problems, because problems always requires a solution, and that gives me the opportunity to find a solution. Some people, they don't like problems. To me, I welcome problems. Yes, I'm insane and psychotic for having that in my head. Yeah, I am crazy, aren't I? For welcoming problems in my life. Oh my god. Imagine having that. I mean, I, it could be crazy thing, right? It could be a crazy thing to welcome problems. I mean, literally, if somebody were to if somebody were to literally join the chat right now, and the first thing there is like, yes, I welcome problems. Uh, well, I'm glad you were here. I appreciate you staying in and chatting with me, and having giving me the opportunity to actually chat about things that we both can appreciate. So, thank you. Uh, this stream actually went longer than I had definitely expected, since I was just testing a new overlay for my ACC, but I appreciate you nonetheless. But yeah, it's that's the type of stream I'm definitely going. I definitely are working towards to at least one of them in a week or something. Anyways, thank you, appreciate you. You have a good day. You have a good weekend. Tomorrow I am camping. Yes, finally getting disconnected. Not completely, but still. And anyways, have a nice weekend, bud. Thank you. Appreciate you. I'll catch you next time. Have a good stream. I'll probably tune in, so you know what? I'll be there. I'll be there for a little bit and then lurk the rest of the way, like I normally do. So yeah. But yeah, man. Appreciate you. Thank you. And as far as everybody else, thank you very much. I will end up rating somebody, and in this case, it will be Trackalicious, because they have a 12, or I think they have 2 hours left in their 12-hour endurance race, and you know, somebody can always use another a few more viewers, right? So since we started this stream with Assetto Corse Competizione, we're gonna end it with rating a Assetto Corse Competizione, and that will be Tracklicious 12-hour race with and Bathurst. Where is that raid channel? Okay, perfect. And what we're going to do is we're gonna look for. There you are. Tracklist. Nope. That's this one. Okay. All right. So on that note, thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you all. I will not be streaming tonight because this was today's stream, and tomorrow I'm gonna be camping, so I probably won't be in at all, and be back Tuesday for the DRL weekly race. That's the time I get back from camping, get back in town. So, y'all have a nice weekend. Have a good night, good morning, or afternoon, wherever it is that you are. This is Buggy out. I'll catch you all next time around. Peace out. Thank you.